Hello, today we are going to discuss the basic principles of telecommunication. Communication means conversation, when tele means the conversations on a distance. First phone was invented by Alexander Bell. Device he invented permitted a person pick up a phone and hear a person with the same device far away from each other. Person who's making a call is a caller, and person who is receiving a call is a callee. But one phone connected straight to another phone. So if you want to call to another location, this means you need to have a second phone. A modern mobile device could handle dozens of contacts. For this to be possible with Bell device, you need to have the same amount of telephones. With this problem, telephone station came into game. Telephone station has commuted two phones that are not connected straight to each other, but both connected to the station like this. First, the telephone station was operated by a human, so when somebody wants to make a call, all he needs to do was to pick up the phone and the operator pick up this call and ask a caller where he needs to call. After that, the operator manually connects one line to another. This calls was expensive and bills was related to the conversation time, because when subscriber is on a line, nobody else can use it. Next step is automatic telephone stations, so the calls are commuted by the machine now. In automatic telephone stations, the telephone signaling was used to inform the subscribers what is exactly happening on the line. So when caller will pick up a phone, he will hear a long tone that's specified when phone is connected to the telephone station. Next, he will dial a number, and this is a part of the signaling. After that, a callee phone may be ringing, may be busy, or there may be a congestion on a telephone station, and the caller will hear the specified tone. There is a few types of networks nowadays. PSTN, or Public Service Network, is a bunch of cables that running underground and connecting buildings and payphones on the streets, and so on. This network is fixed. This means that communication is limited by location and wires. This type of network was used by the first telephone station that was connected by the copper wire and transmit electromagnetic or analog signal to each other. PSTN network nowadays using a digital signal. That means that voice is encoded to ones and zeros, goes over the network and then decodes back to the voice on the callee's phone. With the revolution in the network communication, digital signals could be transmitted using another technology. With the fiber optic cables, data flow speed was faster. And nowadays, all of the static communication is using optic cables to send and receive data. Fiber optic allowed to use any amount of simultaneous calls over the same wire. When data was represented by ones and zeros, automatic telephone stations started to use computers, and that was the next step in the telecommunications. Two other network types was used: IP network or Internet. Since the telephone station started to use a computer to maintain the calls, quite obvious that the telephony now could be used over the Internet. This network is also called VoIP. Skype is a great example of voice over IP telecommunications. For voice over IP communications, there should be at least two clients and a server to maintain the call. Communication over IP is free. You only need to have a stable internet connection and a computer that will represent a voice over IP server. GSM network is one that uses a